Welcome to Sacred Raven. We've got our Aquarius full moon reading, right? See what's up, what's going on with everyone. Make sure I got the mic right. So I know I came on a little bit late, so I'm not sure exactly how full we're going to get tonight. I had wanted to get on a little bit earlier where I tend to have a lot more viewers, but that's okay. I had a lot of stuff to do today. It will be recorded and people can watch it later. How you doing, Maria? You say you're getting down about stuff? You're holding on? Yeah. Same here. My life is being turned upside down. The only thing that's getting me through is carrying a spiritual outlook, and above all, just having a faith and trust in things, and praying and going moment to moment, because I have a tendency to overthink and I can get overwhelmed. So I practice ever harder to try to stay grounded. Yeah, me too. It's kicking my ass. Why? No, I know why. I know why. Because I haven't removed myself from certain situations where I should have been stronger with my boundaries when it came to certain people, and when I should have just totally removed myself altogether. And now this person has wreaked havoc on my entire life, my stability, my emotional stability, even in many ways. And it was because I put too much faith and my time and efforts on them over all the 24 years, other than myself. And it's only been last 2 years I even been focusing on myself, and not even as much as I should have. Not on my business, not on my school, not on anything, and relying on somebody who was kind of, I guess, a lot more narcissistic than I would have liked to have thought. And it's only now that I'm seeing it. But I completely understand where I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the surrendering. Yeah. And it's the person I'm dealing with, it's their addictions. They've always had addictions, and it's almost like they're never ending well. It's like nothing ever satisfy them. They can never be contented, they can never be happy. And a person like that, you can never fill. And they don't know how to self-soothe. So they rely on your energy, and if you need them, poof, they're gone. They're nowhere to be found. See, but I at least know how to entertain myself. I'm never bored. I have a rich inner life, which you probably do as well. But then when you get these people that you love in your life, who are family, who are husbands or wives or parents, even, who have, you know, they're really, selfish personalities. It could take a lot from people like yourself who are more empathic, who will lay down and give the shirt off your back. And then when it's time for you, there's no one around. And I think this is where we're at right now, not just globally, but on a personal level, the idea of independence and sovereignty, and removing ourselves from these scenarios and waking up to the truth of matters and making some hard choices, discerning and assessing what those are, trying to live in the moment so you're not always in the future or in a past, right? Stressing yourself out all up in your head. Oh, girl, I know. Me too. Uh, I've never felt so alone, to tell you the truth. But I'm a loner anyway, but it's deeper than that. I've had to cut so many people out of my life that just, one, they don't resonate with me. They're not. I'm a spiritual woman, and I think deeper, and I pay attention to what's going on in the world. I don't follow with everybody. I'm an outsider, even with politics. I don't choose sides or anything like that. And I know it's all a big farce. It's a game. You know, I focus on the spiritual things, not so much the worldly stuff. And, work on trying to do what's right in my heart. And it's hard. It's a lonely place to be. In my family, they all live in Phoenix, so it's not even like I'm close to them. And, as far as distance goes, but even and bonding wise, there's a lot of narcissists in my family, and they don't. I'm a black sheep. Okay, there's only out of 6 brothers and 1 sister. There are maybe 3 brothers, 2 or 3 that I'm really close to, but I don't hardly get to see or talk to them. You know, till oh, I know, Maria, I feel the same. I've been with the same person 24 years. This is the first time we lived together alone. This last 2 years, and I thought this was our chance to start afresh. He's always been reckless and irresponsible, but at the same time, he's hardworking. He's a family man type, and he's just he has a third party situation relationship, which is very codependent and toxic, with a brother of his, which is a third wheel, and that's been a huge badness in his addictions, and his he's a dismissive avoidant. He doesn't know how to process his emotions very well. He's sort of immature emotionally. So it's like I'm with a teenager and not a man in a lot of ways, even though he's hardworking and he's super artistic and so talented, but I can't count on him. And especially these days, I feel like I've grown immensely, leaps and bounds spiritually, and he doesn't look at life like that. He's, like I said, an emotional drain. He relies on me to pick him up all the time, and I can't be somebody's cheerleader who doesn't want to see life for the beauty that it is, right? So I feel alone. I've spent a lot of time alone. We hardly see each other. And even the rest of my family and friends I've had to cut off because no one is on the same road that I'm on. And I went deeper on a spiritual path than ever before. And I've always been spiritual in the first place. So, girl, I know what you mean. I know. I know how you feel. And then just trying to build my business with the tarot, and build my spiritual life coaching thing. His life and his stuff has been getting in the way of it. I should have had this already built. This was my thing. I waited on for 20 something years of marriage to do, while I helped him build up his credentials and get his career going, and helped him get his degree, and helped him take care of his father, right? But finally it's my turn, and I don't get the same back. It hurts. And I'm I'm not exaggerating either. I've put everything, every last drop, every opportunity. My best friends are my cat and my dog. Yes, sweetheart. Do not. You are smart and you're able to see past situations, okay? And probably more. I've been getting and have had very powerful dreams given to me. And this is what brought me back to the tarot in the first place, because I'm a very strong uh, Christian, right? Not your typical Christian. I'm a very uh, non-traditional, unorthodox woman who loves Christ, who loves Jesus. And but I started getting very powerful dreams, and they were revealing a lot. God was showing me a lot, and they sent me down a road to look at my intuition better, and why, what was God trying to tell me. And it revealed a lot that was true. It was true. So you're being shown a lot. Do not let them make fun of you. In many ways, it's because they're jealous and they're feeling awkward because they don't know how to handle that. It's not you at all. Don't ever let them make you feel that way. Stay strong in your just what you're discerning, what you're feeling. You're picking it up because that's it's scripture says that in the stillness I am there. That's your inner guidance, that quiet voice of God. Okay, that's your inner GPS system alerting you. It's not wrong. It's right. It is sad. It is sad. At the very least, and I know he'd die without me. Okay, and I'm not just saying that to build myself up. He loves me, but not in the way that I should be. You know, I'm get. There should be honest give and take, reciprocal, and it should be in the right way. You know, he has a lot to work on, and the person you're with probably has a whole hell of a lot to work on too. Your self-love is most important, and it is hard to accept it. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to break the relationship off. Maybe if you guys are living together, maybe make the choice that I am. I said, look, after 24 years, I think it's time that I live by myself. I need my space. And he's got to heal because he's trashing my life up. And I can't even begin to tell you what this man has done. And it's like, is this sheer stupidity? Do you just not ever learn from your mistakes? What? I don't understand how somebody can be so foolish, could gamble so much, could do such selfish shit that can hurt another person without thinking. But this is a time that God is really revealing a lot to a lot of us on a personal level and on a worldwide scale, because a lot of people are beginning to see past what is false, what is not true, what is not authentic, what isn't real. You know, it's just BS. And look at it this way. God says, you know, if you have to let some people go, you'll gain a new family. You'll gain a spiritual family that, even if it has to be your own mother, that love will be replaced by people who will honor you for you and love you for you, that will honor what you have to give and reciprocate it back. It's hard and it's not fair in many ways, but it's a lesson. It helps you to know, and you'll know for the next time, unless you're able to set the boundaries and and get this relationship to be where it should, and there's 50-50, then you might need to just, cut the cord and then slowly allow yourself to break away, allow yourself the time to heal by extending those moments of independent times. And he doesn't realize it, but all the time he spent messing around, running around, when, if you're in a relationship, you should be home. You shouldn't be out there acting like you're some single young teenage man, and while that's happening, and you're not putting love into a relationship, you're not watering it, those bonds start to break up. You have to put love into something, in order for it to grow. And it's made it a hell of a lot easier for me, in so many ways. But at the same time, it's been painful and really heartbreaking, because this man has put me through some stuff I didn't imagine. And I'd already gone through hell for him for years. Him and this brother of his that he can't get rid of. And it's hard. Sometimes love we perceive through others is a mirror of reflection to open the eyes to love we neglect with it. Yeah. And it's true. It's true. I should not have been neglecting myself for this person. And that's all I had done my whole life, for the family, for siblings, for the elders in our family, for everyone. Taking care of everybody while trying to work, while trying to go to school, while trying to do, and including my own, and then having my own child, and then taking care of other people's children. It's you got to know when to say when. So I think, like, this Aquarius moon, this energy right now, like I said, it's coming in. I think a lot of people on the worldwide scale and on a personal scale are beginning. A lot of falsehoods are falling by the wayside. Things are breaking up. People are being able to see clearly, some for the very first time. Hello, Maurice. How are you? Yes, this is our live Aquarius full moon reading. I just started. I was talking with Maria here for a minute about self-love and honoring yourself with those that don't understand the give and take in relationships, and how that needs to be a 50-50 thing. And also how right now we're coming to a time where we're piercing the veil, right? God is really bringing up a lot for us. A lot is being revealed to us. People are seeing the truth and the heart, breaking down to the heart of matters for the first time in their lives, if ever, right? Your Cancer. Yeah. Yeah. No more self-degradation. The Empress. The Empress energy is huge right now. Yeah. A lot of us are becoming finally in touch with our intuitive side. So actually going to pull from, I'm going to start out with the goddess of the moon deck, and see what some of the themes that we're looking at over the next couple of weeks, as we head toward the new moon. Because right now, I think what's best for us, because I think we're in between worlds. We're in between what was and what's coming. This is a time where you should probably don't look too far into the past and don't dwell in the future too much, but try to stick in the moment and stay grounded within yourself, because this is going to be the time where you're going to, a lot of us are going to be able to hear and see things that we may have been trying to figure out, but it just kept eluding us for a while. And it's going to be so much easier to see if your mind isn't so focused on the stresses that are going on in life, the things of the future and the things of the past, both timelines that we aren't even in any, the only thing we have is the now. So right now, while we're going through this Aquarius time and going into the Virgo new moon, or to the next, or yeah, Virgo new moon, isn't it? Yeah. It's going to be best for us, like tie things up, really wrap things up before we begin anything new. And then take a second look. Be certain, be sure that the next steps you want to take going forward for September are going to be the for sure roads that you plan on walking down. So we've got trust. And I've gotten this card 3 times today. Trust. Why? Because we can't really see what's next, what's in front of us. We're being asked to look at what's in the now. The now is all we've got. Okay, the past is gone. The future is yet to be here. The future right now is a mystery. If you can do things that can bring you to the moment and bring you grounded into the moment, whatever that may be, if that means getting yourself connected to something like something really creative over the next couple of weeks, where you can get mindful, where your body can get relaxed, your brain can get relaxed, so you're not always thinking, but get more into your body. Maybe, I like to do some adult coloring and maybe listen to some music in the background. Whoop. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. That's right. Like a feather goes with the flow, so will the soul. That's right. Hello, Kasia. We all have spiritual gifts, sweetheart. Each and every one of us. Every one of us. We're born with spiritual gifts. It is the will of God for us to use those gifts. That's our purpose in life. If you can figure those out, which there are ways about doing that. When you are passionate about something, when you are lit up, when you find joy in something and enthusiasm for something, when you're inspired, that is your clue. To be inspired is to be in spirit. When you're enthusiastic, the Spirit of God is with you. Woo! Those went flying out. Okay. So are we surprised at surrender and trust? Because we can't see, it's like I said, we can't see what's happening ahead. Okay, that's a mystery right now. And going backwards, we've already done 1,000,000 times, and that's only going to get us stuck in our minds. For the next 2 weeks, what we're really asked to do is stay in the now. Find those joyful moments. Get adventurous, get playful, get creative a little bit. Don't get too serious right now. Get connected with your lighter side. Okay? Go swimming. Go on bike rides. Take a train ride to the next town. Take a Greyhound into the next town. Go have brunch somewhere nice. Surrender and trust. Hold on. Let me grab these two that popped out. Actually, there's three. The unexpected. That's damn sure right. I've gotten this a couple times. The unexpected, I believe it's going to be like it's going to be an epiphany. At a moment you're not expecting it. That's why I would really suggest doing things that you aren't apt to do on an everyday basis. On a wine tasting. Do something different. Do something interesting. Do something that takes you out of the house and enjoy the summer sun. Get around people. Go to the beach. Go to a workshop. You know. Pick up a book on a new subject. Do something different that takes you out of the norm, because this is where these epiphanies, these things that are really going to get you moving in the right direction, that's going to hit you, that's when they're going to come. Peace. Get into your get into your peace. Find your peaceful moments. Surrender. Trust. Because that's when the unexpected is about to happen. And what does it say here? That's when you're going to most likely realize your next choice for the path, the best plan of action for the path ahead. Really? The unexpected? Yeah. I've had this coming out here and there over the last couple of weeks, since the last moon. And today I had it come out a few times, as well as the path card. The trust card 3 times. I saw these 2 yesterday. So this is what we're really asked to do. It's all about being in the moment right now. It's all about being in the moment. It's all about connecting with the deepest part of yourself. Do things that purposely put you in that mode. Purposely go out and do something creative. Purposely go out and learn, sign up for a class for something you've always wanted to do. Purposely do something different. Get a little bit adventurous. Get out of your normal routine. It's in those moments when it's going to hit you. There's something that we keep missing. There's something that you've been looking for, an answer, something that that you've been feeling that you needed, that inspiration or that bit of information or that feeling of a go ahead that says, yes, this is it. Yes, okay. That feeling of certainty. But at the same time, you're going to have to put in a level of trust. You're going to have to. Don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you're in here. And yes, I will pull a 1 card oracle question for a question for those that are in here. If you want to do a 2 card pull, I do that for a small donation. Okay. So we've got trust, the unexpected, peace. Ooh. We've got emotional loss. There's a number 5 here. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll answer all questions. Um, I'll do a one card pull for you if you have a question at the end of our Aquarius reading. For those that subscribe and like. Oh, wow. Balance. A lot of us are experiencing quite a bit of emotional loss, or we're balancing it out, though. It will be balanced out. I've been feeling a lot of discontent, feelings of either boredom or discontent, feeling like things aren't right, that you don't know what direction you want to head in. And that hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. This could also be for the energies of those around you. If you've got somebody around you who's really discontent, who's brought to you a lot of emotional loss. For some of you, it's a spiritual union, twin flame union with another person, or it's that balancing of the masculine and feminine within you, right? That emotional intelligence that needs to be brought forth, you know, to ease up on those feelings of pain, rejection, discontent, overthink, going through a lot of ups and downs. I've definitely, I don't know if you guys heard me, I'm definitely answering questions at the end of our reading. But remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll do our card pulls as soon as we're through. This is going to be an important focus, is to focus on your confidence. I think a lot of us have probably lost a lot of confidence in ourselves, in the love of those around us. We've had a lot of emotional loss, and there hasn't been much of the equilibrium that we need to make ourselves feel secure. A focus on your solar plexus chakra is a fine point. I'm seeing a lot, 33, okay, 55, and 11. Big changes. Some of them are not comfortable changes at all. Another 5 here. So we've got 3 5s. There are things we need to say that probably have not been said. We're holding them in for one reason or another. The truth needs to be spoken of. Or that might be, if that is not you, remember, then the energy, it's vice versa. It's somebody who's around you who's not speaking up. Somebody you're in union with. They're out of balance. They've caused a lot of issues. Discontent, which has not brought any stability around you. Emotional stability. Some of you are experiencing financial instability. Heavy. Having had a big feeling of conflict and defeat. an inner battle about as to the choice you want to make, whether to stay in the situation or not. You know, as to speak up. Got another 5 here. God, just 5, 5, 5. Big change is coming, you guys. Big change is needed. Just right here, look. This full moon is going to bring in a sweeping change. It's trying to bring in the balance. It's really important that you realize why you need to start asking yourself and reevaluating where you're at. What do you honestly believe for yourself? What do you believe? What are your core values? What is important to you in this life? Is this relationship worth keeping? You know, should you stay in this this job scenario or this home scenario anymore that doesn't honestly make you feel secure anymore? And why are you still there? It's a time to really dig deep, because a lot of important answers are going to come up. And you might have been blocking yourself for some time, feeling insecure, not feeling at ease. Third eye, yep. Your intuition had been blocked. But this is a time where that's going to balance itself out. If you're able to let go and release this feeling of battling yourself in your mind, right? Focus on your confidence, moving forward. It will balance out your intuition. You got to listen to your inside. Too many of us have been neglecting the truth of things because of how hard the answers are. We've been hearing the answers, but trying desperately to ignore it. Why? Because the truth hurts. Truth hurts. Crown chakra. So we've got, do you see how spiritual this reading is? Do you see? This is more than just about a simple relationship or job or a home situation. This is deeper. This is feeling a deep sense of inner discontent. This is feeling a deep sense of almost an existential crisis. Not knowing what to think anymore. Not knowing what to believe anymore. Having a sense, but feeling lost. Maybe having neglected yourself for some time, feeling not confident, really discontent, unable to speak what's on your mind, not being able to speak your truth of how you really feel, how you really see things, what's been in your heart, afraid to do it. And if this isn't you, this is a person around you. There hadn't been any balance, and this is what's needed. Moving forward, this is a spiritual reading, okay? This is about connecting with a deeper part of your soul within yourself, as well as with another person, okay? We've got both the crown chakra and the third eye. How powerful is that? Coming into union, coming into a spiritual union, knowing that you need that. And it's the only thing that's going to heal this deep sense of emotional loss, this inner discontent. It's the only thing that's going to balance that out, as well as staying away from conflicts, staying away from dramas, bringing love into your life, taking care of yourself, speaking up, taking a stand. Take a stand for yourself. No, you can't. We can't keep running. It's only going to get bigger. The more we run from the truth that we know inside, that we have to face up to, things that we've been ignoring and hoping will go away, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to make us feel trapped. We're going to feel consumed, like we can't even breathe. You're going to feel panicky. You're going to feel like you can't sleep because your mind is not going to, it's going to continue to torture you. Okay? You got to get out of it. This is a powerful, spiritual reading. This is about something deeper. This is about, it's almost like facing our deepest selves and facing our relationship to, however you want to call it, God, reevaluating what love is, reevaluating what's important to us, reevaluating our place in this planet. What are we doing? You know, what have we been wasting our time on? Who have we been wasting our good time on? You know, whose cup are you filling, and are you ignoring your own? Because you can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself. Okay? And vice versa. You can't get anyone to love you who doesn't love themselves. And don't beg for somebody's love that doesn't love you. Don't stay in a job that doesn't resonate with you, that you suffer day in and day out and hate yourself for, because you're not going to be able to look at yourself in the mirror with respect. You're going to hate yourself for forcing yourself to be somewhere you don't want to be. The waiting game. TikTok. TikTok. We've got some time to think about this right now, for the next 2 weeks at least. But then what? I hope you're able to decide after that. This time is running short. A lot of heartache and loss is going to, for some of you, the decisions you're going to make, it's not going to be easy. And many of you have already faced this challenge and are healing. You're healing. You know what you got to do. 33, look at that. It's about partnerships too. Spiritual partnerships. These twin flame unions, right? Waiting on what to do next. Heartache, pain, loss due to these spiritual partnerships. Look at it. We got 33. We got 22. Crazy. 555. Massive changes regarding partnerships. We're in divine timing. This is about divine timing. This next couple weeks, it's going to be vital. It's going to be vital. So if you want those answers, really take it seriously and go take this thing day by day, step by step. The answers aren't going to come if you put yourself in stressful situations. Take care of your body. Drink lots of water. Eat foods that are alive. Take those nice salt baths, okay, to cleanse your energy. Keep your house clean. Let the fresh air in and out. Make sure you go on daily walks. Exercise. Do something mindful. If, like I said, I do the adult coloring books. This is what Spirit really wants us to do right now, okay? And take it just daily to lighten up, okay? Connect to your lighter side. Watch some comedy. Laugh a little. Play a little. Because you have big decisions to make. And you're not going to be able to make the proper decisions if you're not grounded and you're out of your mind and you're constantly stressed out. You're not. And if you don't make an attempt to step outside your comfort zone, step out of your comfort zone, do something that it takes you off your normal everyday path, okay? Do something different. If you have a tendency when you get emotionally upset to hold that in and to stay stressed out and not let it out, it's going to be important for you to find ways to be able to transmute that. Find ways right now to transmute that energy. Okay? Dig into something that's really going to elevate your mood, that's going to stir those juices of fantasy in your life, that's going to stir those flows of creativity in your life. Become childlike. Lighten yourself up. Put down the burden. A lot of us are burdening ourselves with the everyday mundane things of life, with these people that are bringing us all this emotional toxicity in our lives, with the jobs that we take these things home with us. For right now, give it yourselves room to be adventurous, to explore a little, to play a little bit. Okay? Do this on purpose to shift your mood. Listen to music. Listen to your favorite music. I love to listen to Gen X radio. I grew up in the 80s. Okay, so I love all the old 80s music a lot. You know, I love the old Michael Jackson, George Michael, Paula Abdul, Madonna, Debbie Gibson, New Kids on the Block. That stuff makes me feel like a kid again. And it gets me into that mood of feeling like a young girl. And when I was a girl, I love art. I used to sketch and draw and paint and do collages. Get into that, okay? Get into that mood. Yeah, feed the pets. Forget to brush your teeth. Yeah, Kenny Loggins. I'm all right. Remember Caddyshack? That's one of our favorite movies. Watch some Caddyshack. I love Back to the Lionsgate. That's what that movie was talking about. The flux capacitor, 88 miles per hour, Marty McFly. My Aquarius reading the other night kept bringing 2 different decks, brought out 888. This, we're in a very important time right now. Energetically. A lot of truth is going to come to light, which I'm very excited about. A lot of people are going to stop, won't be calling me conspiracy theorist anymore, because they're going to see what I've been telling them 40 years, 20 years now have all come true. A lot of us are going to start looking for the truth within ourselves, and we're going to start to see the truth on a worldwide scale. The veil is thinning. Lies are going to be hard to cover up. Let's just say that. What else have we got here? What else do we need to know, Spirit? You know, I like to think of it this way. If you guys are in here, you most likely resonate. I like to ask Spirit to send people to the room, to my room, that resonate with me, that are going to be able to take away something important from the message that that comes through me. I take it really serious. I meditate on it. I say a prayer. I light my sage. And I think about I really try to feel the energies out. I try to do that all day long. Went out for a nice long walk today. Healing. There we go again. Healing and knowledge. Under Aquarius is probably one of the greatest times to take in knowledge, especially strange knowledge. Maybe knowledge in metaphysics and some of the more eccentric areas that a lot of us would be surprised would be inclined toward. But over and over, I've seen that. Add on to your repertoire. Dig into something metaphysical, something esoteric. Learn something new. It's learning and seeing these different variations and aspects of yourself that opens doors, okay? They not only open doors and avenues, but they leave room for new people to enter. And it relieves your mind when you put yourself in a lighter space. Say, okay, I'm going to be childlike. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to explore. I'm going to get creative. A lot of answers are going to come flooding in. Okay. You're not bogging yourself down with heavy energy. You aren't burdened by that low frequency, right? That heavy, burdensome energy that feels like you're carrying a goddamn thing of bricks on your back. You know what I'm saying? Drop those wands. Drop those wands. Get light. Laugh a lot. Play music. Go swimming. Go bike riding. Go hiking. Go camping. Go on a wine tasting. Go dancing. Okay? Go to workshop. If you're a nerd like me and you love learning, you know, I'm a forever student. I'm a professional student. That's all I do. I learn everything. And it's never enough. Here we go again. Friendships, sexuality, fertility. Fertility. What is that? What do you think of when you hear fertility? That's all about your creative powers, right? Friendships, laughter, dancing, getting in touch with your lighter side. You know, we have more than enough time for stress and for goals. Right now is not really a time for making any hardcore decisions or setting any goals. Wait till the new moon for that. Let this be a time of kind of wrapping things up. But as you do that, just sort of allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to kind of contemplate and just sort of play for right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Just let this be a time to explore a little bit. And explore, think of Aquarius and what Aquarius rules. Go delving into all those Aquarian type of things, right? Alternative medicine, the metaphysical world, the parapolitical, yeah, conspiracy theories. Aquarius is actually it's air. It's an air sign. It's masculine and it's a mental energy, swords energy. A couple cards dropped, and dun, 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 dun. Creative action, optimism, and beauty. Look, they're saying everything I've just got done saying. The cards, I'm so good. They're just repeating to you what I was saying before I even started pulling, that this is a time for really healing, okay? For delving into knowledge, for learning something new, okay? Something that appeals to you personally, for being creative, allowing those, those feminine creative powers, even if you're masculine, even if you're a male, to delve into that. Look at this feminine power, your friendships, sexuality, right? Your sensual nature. Get into that. Maybe have a lot of sex in like next couple weeks. I don't know. Kinky sex if you're an Aquarius, right? Oh my God. But look what we see. Optimism, creative action, right? Getting creative, digging into your passions. Maybe for the first time saying, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. But don't do it without holding on to a result. Do it just because you want to. That's my point. Do it just because. Okay? Butterfly. A lot of you are probably going to be seeing butterflies. And when you do, that's going to be a reminder that spirit is with you, as well as feathers. Feathers, dragonflies, and butterflies. Okay? Beauty. How often do you take time to study the beauty around you in everyday life? To focus on your own beauty. I want you to know, I want you to really be honest with yourself and look at the beauty that you have to provide. The beauty that's inside of you. Right? The magic of you. And think about how incredible it is that you are even alive. Okay? You are a child of God, a co-creative being. You are the most sought after being in all of the universe, okay? Where in scriptures it is even said that a third of the angels were very jealous of human beings. Why? Well, the angels were messengers. They only had that was their station, right? But us, we have creative power. We can co-create our existence. We have will. We can will anything we wish. We have spiritual gifts. I am that I am. The name Yahweh means I choose to be, or I will prove to be who I prove to be, the one who causes to become. You can manifest anything in your life. If you say it is so. And so it is. Yeah. Will everyone become, everyone to a certain extent? Yes. God, these two jumped out. Oh. I think this is a personal message, though. But I'm going to share it with you guys. I think this is a message for some of you, though. The Bard, we've got music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling is where you're going to find your abundance, wealth. It's time to find the magic again. Take these next 2 weeks. Okay. This is like the queen here is like the empress. It's all things fertility, that's when you think of fertility, birthing things into existence, the creator, getting in touch with your creative side, your passionate side, knowledge, healing, the healing arts, cleansing your system, taking care of your body temple. It's a very spiritual act to take care of your temple, right? This is where God resides. You can't receive spirit if your body isn't clean. You won't be a very good channel. So you want to make sure that you're detoxified mentally, spiritually, and physically. You don't want your mind cluttered up with the past or cluttered up with what you got to do in the future. Make these next 2 weeks about exploration and creativity and adventure, and be very mindful. Do things very much on purpose. If you have to shift and transmute any heavy, darker moods, shit. If you're like me and right outside your apartment door is a pool, wake up in the morning, go for a fresh swim first thing, enliven, get your body and mind awake and alive. Make that the first start of your day. After dinner, take a really nice evening walk. Maybe start a podcast. There's free places you could start a podcast. Start talking about your favorite subjects. Start talking about yourself. Start talking about the shit that you've learned in life, who you are, what you hope to accomplish, what are your dreams. Okay? That's going to be your wealth. In fact, you should. Many of you are writers, singers. It's time to start opening the throat chakra, right? Isn't that one of the cards we'd gotten, the throat chakra here? Connecting with the spiritual power, connecting with the spiritual force to bring the masculine and feminine together within ourselves. Yes, it's also about twin flame energies with somebody else, but this is mostly about inside of you. This is a spiritual time. This is about you. This is about you rethinking your life. You may not be the person you thought you were. You may be holding on to old, outdated stuff that really needs to be gone. What are your core values? What will bring you meaning? What will bring you purpose? What will get you out of your existential conundrum? What? Be a beacon of light to others using your own spiritual gifts. This will bring you so much confidence and self-respect. Do you understand? And then you'll begin to see your worth. Others will see your worth. You'll start to develop a family of people who are on your same frequency, who get you, okay? Who are on that same wavelength. That's where you're going to find your abundance, baby. Look at the bard. He's happy. He's got, what is that, banjo? Skip to the loo, my darling. He's happy. He's childlike. He's living in joy. Over and over and over. That's the message that I kept getting from Spirit through the cards and mentally when meditating on this Aquarian full moon energy, where we're at right now, why truth is so important. Speaking it, whether that's with the people, the family and friends around you who need to hear what you have to say. It's time for you to let that stuff off your chest. Stop carrying the bullshit around. It might be somebody else that needs to reveal some truth to you. Or it just might be good old-fashioned truth of spirit, okay? Receiving those downloads. That quiet voice coming through you, shining through you. Become a vessel. Become a vessel for it. Follow your bliss. Follow where you're inspired, where you are in spirit. Okay? Cause yourself to become. Creative action. Notice the beauty and the magic of life. Okay? Those moments in life are very sacred, where all timelines collapse onto that moment. Become the bard. That's your abundance. Read some fantasy stories, some mythological stories. Get in touch with, and I want to bring some of this stuff up, the history of various cultures and what they did on the full moon. You know, there were rituals and celebrations and feasts. Get to know your history. Get in touch with your ancestral history. There's still a part of you at the cellular level. Those cells tell stories that go on for generations. What you heal now will heal your children for future generations. It takes 7 generations for something to heal in a lineage. 7. I'm not surprised it takes 7 years for us as a person to become a whole entire new person. Every 7 years. You see how cycles are? Cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles. What you do this cycle of time between this moon phase and the new moon phase, next new moon, is very important. It could be it could be extremely life-changing in levels that you cannot see, in way it will ripple out and reverberate out, is going to be in ways that will stick with you for a very long time. We're in a 7-year cycle right now. Okay, Uranus is in a 7-year cycle. Bottom of the deck. Okay, I pulled 2. Discernment, connecting with spirit. Look at the eagle spirit. Connecting to the angelic realm, spirit, integrity. Right? And I had said, looking at your character, reevaluating what is it you stand for. Right? What do you advocate on a day-to-day? What is true for you? What resonates with you? What would you fight for? What would you die for? Find it. The high priestess, right? There's a high priestess, is the empress. We're saying this Aquarian, this full moon in Aquarius had this. It kept pulling up the empress energy. It's because the empress energy is all about that fertility. It's also about the intuition, connecting to something spiritual, growing something, building something, giving birth. This is a time for giving birth. This is a time for discerning, prophecy, and vision. What you do now could be visionary. I would begin to, if you're not used to keeping lists or a journal, I would start right now if I were you. This is one of the creative outlets that will allow you to take your burdens, transmute it. This will allow you to see on paper, ask yourself what kind of vision you have for your life. What are some things that you need to change, that you are willing to work on? What gives you meaning? What drives you? You know, why are you in this relationship? And what does it mean to you? Are you willing to put trust in somebody and continue to stay with them despite maybe it being rocky? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone and do something incredibly amazing that you have waited a whole lifetime to do? This is that reevaluation time. That's why it's important to stay within the now, to get connected, to be in your joy. Do not think about tomorrow, okay? Do not think about yesterday. Just be in the moment. Be in your joy. Do not do something because you're worried about its outcome or how it's going to turn out. Do it because you love it. Do it because you want to. Do it because it's true for you. Do it because you have passion for it. Do it because it means something. It means something. That's what we're to birth right now. Do it because it means something to you. What the hell does it mean to you? Find some purpose. Find some passion. Stop allowing life to pass you by. Take those moments. You'll never get them back. You'll never get them back. Take them right now while you have it. Grab life by the balls and do it. Do that thing. Do it. For God's sake, do it. Now, what else have we got? Let's go to the Native American deck. Hey, Tick, how you doing? Yeah, I remember. Hey, where's my thumbs up, you guys? Definitely. Ooh, okay. Went flying. Definitely subscribe. Hit the like. Maurice, I'm in need of more money. What do you see for the next 2 weeks? Yeah, I could definitely do you if you want a reading. I could definitely do a reading for you if and I do 2-card pulls for when I do lives for they're cheap for the $5. I didn't put the address in there though. I can do a 1-card I pull a 1-card oracle for free, or a 2-card pull for a $5 donation. And if you want something deeper than that, we could do that too. Oh, wow. This is what, woohoo. We have got the Happy Family with the Maiden of Pipes. Now, the Maiden of Pipes is equivalent in the Rider deck. The pipes are wands. The Maiden is a page. So this is the Page of Wands. If you think of the Page of Wands, you think of somebody with passion, somebody entrepreneurial, the Sagittarian energy, right? Somebody young. Family. Happy family. The 10. Happy family. 10 of Vessels is like the 10 of Cups. What is your 10 of Cups? What brings you passion and joy? Do you see where this reading is going? Do you see what it's saying? Do you see the theme here? God, or however you want to call it, the universe, yourself, your inner guide, your inner shaman. We're all shamans, sages and seers. Your inner guide wants you, is dying for you to really live, to come to life. Stop being the Walking Dead. Stop being a zombie and live. Where are your passions? What drives you? What motivates you? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves under this time. Okay? Paint, draw, go to the wine tastings, go to a workshop, go to a play, go to a show. You just might come across, this is a time where a lot of you are going to come across longtime friends, where you're going to start developing soul tribes, where out of the blue, it's going to occur to you what that missing piece, that missing that fragment that you've been searching for, that you have been discontent and not feeling right for a long time, trying to find that little piece. It's going to come. It's going to come to you. But what's important is you need to follow your inner guidance. You need to follow that inner fire. You need to come to a place in life that is deeper, more meaningful, that adds more beauty and creativity to your life. And the people that you love, You need to tell them, show them. We had the throat chakra card, right? What is it you want to say? You have a message. If you were to write down what you stood for, you had a manifesto, what would that be? This might be a great time. Write your manifesto, your life's vision. If you had a great life's work, a legacy to leave, what would that be? What is in your nature? Are you the teacher? Are you an artist? Are you a storyteller, a writer? You're probably more than one, right? Are you a spiritual guide, right? A seer, a shaman? Are you an investigator, a researcher, right? A conspiracy analyst. One card for now. Okay, we'll do that toward the end. We're almost done. Well, sweetheart Maurice, if you're in here, if you haven't been listening, this message is for you as well. I do a prayer before my readings, and I ask Spirit to send people in that need to hear the message that I channel. This message is for you as much as it is anybody else. Okay? Yours is probably a message of prosperity. You're missing it. What did I say it was? It's talking about this right now, right here. And it summed it up. All those other cards, it summed it up here. What did it say right here? What to connect with. For the next 2 weeks, stay out of the past, stay out of the future. Do not do anything with the thought to the outcome right now. This next couple weeks is all about experimentation, adventure, exploration, doing something, taking creative action to be in the moment, to pay attention to life around you, to smell the roses, so to speak. Go to the beach. Do something different in your day-to-day life. Take a different route home. Start walking after dinner. Take that morning swim, okay? Go to the museum. Start doing things different. Buy a new book on a subject you've always wanted to read. Sign up for a class that begins in September. Start playing with your life. Do things that are lighter. Start watching comedy and laughing more. Start getting into your spirit of joy. This is where your prosperity is going to be found. This is where your mind and your heart, your body temple is going to be relaxed enough for answers to come to you through spirit. Do you understand? This is where your money is going to come from. And I just said it showed the bard with the wealth card with the bard, right? What is that saying? It was saying your wealth is going to be found with things that are creative, with you connecting with yourself, reading mythology, going back to those childhood stories, reading, writing, painting, becoming creative again, getting mindful, becoming in tune with yourself creatively. Dancing. Go dancing with your friends. Celebrate. Maybe you're a cook. Start cooking again. Start using those amazing aromatics in your home. Start a cooking channel. Maybe social commentary is important to you, right? Maybe what drives you is a sense of justice and you want to speak about the injustices of the world. Share that with others. The point is, this is about experimentation, exploration, about being adventurous, getting out of your comfort zone, doing things that make you feel childlike, fun. These are the avenues in which you're going to get the answers, okay? While you also pray, while you also take time to make lists. If you want to make a list of the things you value, the things you don't need anymore. What do you need to toss? Clean house, get rid of old emotional baggage. Stop being the zombie in living a life where you're on autopilot. Start living one that has some fire to it. Do you see? Leave the job that's sucking you dry and killing you. Or at least, if you have to stay there, do something that's going to make you feel alive. Like I said, start a podcast. You can do it for free for a while. Start writing. Maybe you always wanted to be an inspirational speaker. Start doing that every day, sharing on Instagram stories. Soon enough, you can make it your job and be a life coach. It's about exploration. It's also a time where to get connected with something higher, something metaphysical, spiritual, esoteric. Delve into ancient history, maybe ancient Egypt and the secrets of their writings. Do you see what Spirit is trying to say? We're under this Aquarius full moon. Wealthy and wise. Oh, we got unstable connection. Now let's see what the energy deck has to tell us, okay? At the bottom of the native deck, we have pregnancy. So like I said, there again, pregnancy. What is that? What does that give you? That's like the Empress energy. That is giving birth to something new in your life. Starting something new. Start doing it. I'm going to go to the energy deck. Okay, Spirit. Ooh. The Angel of Love. Spirit, what should our focus be? Do the full moon in Aquarius for the next 2 weeks of August 2019. Please share that with us. What is it that we need to know? You're going to need to do things with a lot more love in your life. Allow love in. Oh, I think I'm losing people. I don't know if I have to restart this or not. For some of you, this is about a relationship for sure. Looks like love is going to be rekindled and renewed. For others of you, this is a new love entering. Some of you guys, a man holding a coin, it's through love that you're going to find wealth or money. It's through something you love or someone you love, okay? Caring connections. We've got love, caring connections. So that's what the energy tarot is telling us is a focus here. Love. Bring more love in. Which requires forgiveness. And it doesn't mean for some of you, your relationships out there where you're being asked to move on, be independent on your own. It doesn't mean you can't forgive and you still love that person. But it just may be that the relationship is done in that sense, right? But caring connections, angel of love. Romance is definitely another focus under this Aquarius full moon. This is really about doing what you love is going to bring money, Maurice. Patience. For those of you in relationships that where it's been rocky, you want to leave. Things have been really hard. Ask for the spirit of love, okay? Put love into it. Don't always be a class act. Always do what's right in the situations. Never result to being spiteful, using hurtful words, even if you feel they deserve it, okay? Always bring in forgiveness. Always be the higher person. Take the higher road in your caring connections, because this is what's going to grow them. And this is what's going to grow your abundance, okay? Patience. Patience. What more do we need to know, Spirit? Unable to connect to chat. Now I wonder why that is. Let me see if I could type something. That's right. Abundance. Abundance lies in this. Having patience, having love in your heart, doing what it is you love, and doing it for the sake of love. Do you understand? Doing it because you're in a state of joy. Joy is a massive part of love. Love, peace, joy, kindness, goodness, long-suffering, kindness, and reflection. Meditating, thinking, taking time to be in the moment, getting your rest, taking care of your body. I know a lot of us forget how to do that. It's also, you're out of, it's there again, endings and new beginnings. We're right on that teeter-totter. We're right in the middle. We're in that fork in the road. That's why a little experimentation, creativity, exploration, adventure is going to be very important, because it's going to make the deciding factor in where you go next, where you decide to go next. This is right on the teeter-totter, out of one way of life into the next way. And it's all about spirit. Oh, yeah. Spirit and this twin flame of yours, which is going to... Dun, 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 dun. It's going to bring you your cornucopia. Look at this, 11. That thing which is your cornucopia, as well as actual money, which can come in the form of a windfall, it can come in the form of a new job, a new opportunity of some kind is going to come. And you'll find it in those moments that you're meditating, you're reflecting, right? As you're blossoming. But you must have patience, okay? You've got to have patience. And you got to bring love into your life, into your caring, companionships. But also, like we said, what? in those things that inspire you, that drive you, that make you just want to live. Reflecting, thinking, praying. There's some incredible beauty all around us. You need to remember that there's magic all around you every day, and allow yourself to sit with that. Remember who you were as a kid. Get in touch with that, okay? And I really mean it. Let music from childhood in for the next couple of weeks. Let that be like an element. Do something wild and crazy. Like I said, go hit the dance floor and have fun with your friends. Make a meal, a new recipe, something you've never tried but have always wanted to. Or maybe even try a new beautiful restaurant and take somebody special. Do things differently. Explore. Create, because this is a time where you're going to birth something new that's going to send you in the direction which you want to go. And it's going to bring your cornucopia, okay? Blossoming abundance. Patience. Earlier I had said that this was going to be, to do this, it's going to bring your family together, or it's going to bring in a new soul tribe. One that you've been wanting to create for some time. And this is going to be, some of you, this is going to elevate you, with this cornucopia, with this blossoming abundance, right? That's coming. Some of you do spiritual work, but this really is about those caring connections, that family, that love in your life, right? It's by doing these things the Spirit has been showing us all throughout the reading. Connecting with your inner child, being creative, exploring, creating, putting on that Empress energy, connecting to Spirit, right? Would it show us? The High Priestess and the Eagle. Having a vision for your life. Finding out once and for all what, as of now, what really gives your life meaning. At the end of the day, what's important to you and what is the truth for you in your life ultimately right now? If you were going to live for something or die for something, what would it be? If you had a message, a manifesto, what would that look like? What would it say? And if you were going to fight for a cause, what would it be? And if you have something that you need to say right now, a truth you need to share, or a declaration of love, how much of that have you held back? It's time not to. Right now the veil is thinning so much. Truth is going to just like pour out of the sky for us. And we are being connected, okay, with spiritual energy, with godlike energy in powerful ways. I mean, look, would it come out for us, right? And this isn't just about twin flame unions, which are powerful right now coming together, but this is coming together in spirit, right? This is a spiritual thing. This is the third eye and the crown chakra opening. Seeing shit for the first time, saying, oh my God, how did I miss this? These intuitions, these things are going to come flooding in, but you have to be open. In the way that you're going to be open this time, this next couple of weeks, Spirit is telling you, is that you have to be in a place, in a state where you're not thinking about the future, or you're not thinking about the past. You're not having these worries about money and goals and all of this and that, but allowing yourself to love, watering those caring connections, showing them you love them, telling them you love them. Okay, because it's not just the crown chakra and the third eye chakra that's opening up for us. Okay, it's the throat. Speaking up, sharing your passions, telling somebody the truth, declaring your love, opening up. Okay, it's doing this that is going to open a gateway. Like I said, we're under a very special portal of time where this spiritual union is made. Right? Spiritual union. Allowing yourself to align with your joy. That's love. Love, peace, joy, kindness, goodness, long-suffering, kindness, humility. That is the definition of love. When you're in that state, it's a very powerful state. Okay, you get inspired. When you are inspired action, what did the card say? Take creative action. Start delving into knowledge and things of knowledge of healing. Become like the bard with mythology, fantasy, storytelling, music. Become childlike. Do things differently on purpose. When you feel yourself get that heavy, low vibe energy, transmute that, shift it. Shift it. Do something different. These next 2 weeks, be in the moment. Start to smell the roses. What did we get? We got that with the butterfly card. It's about love and beauty. It's about taking notice of the magical life around you. Being appreciative, being grateful, being gracious, and preaching that. Being an advocate for it. Becoming emotionally mature, spiritually intelligent. Sharing that, advocating for that. Finding your passions. And there's so many ways in which you can do that. There's so many ways that you can produce that. That's what Spirit wants you to do right now. That's the focus. When you're in this portal time, we're in between worlds of the old one and in the new one. Truth is being revealed to all of us. The truth of your personal life, the truth about you, the truth about things in this world. A lot of truth is going to start to come. But you need to be able to, you got to do these things Spirit is asking you to do, which is open up. Open yourself. Take a chance. This is a much deeper reading than your average everyday. This is a powerfully spiritual reading. These next couple weeks are really, this is the fork in the road. This is really going to dictate what choices you make in the coming future and what you do next, what you know next, what you learn next. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a powerful time. It's beautiful. It really is. Your abundance is coming. If you were brought here, you guys make sure you don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for sure. And you'll know when I come back, when I come on and I do our free mini readings. Tonight, if you have a question, I'll definitely pull an oracle for you. I'm just about done with our Aquarius reading. But look. This is what you're facing. This is what you're looking at getting. We're at the ending and at the beginning of a new cycle. But it's going to come with patience. Okay? Patience is one of those aspects of love. Long suffering, kindness, goodness, joy. Those are all parts of the power of love. Okay? The angel of love. It's be there for your caring connections. The loves in your life, those twin flames. Right? Your gifts. Dreams. What's your 9 and 10 of cups? What did the native deck show us? Right? The maiden of pipes. That's the page of wands in the rider's deck. It's about passion. Well, Sagittarius, if you have one or it's in your chart, with the 10 of family. It's the 10 of that's 10 of vessels, which is the 10 of cups. Passionate for your 10 of cups. What is your 10 of cups? That's why this time of Aquarius, this full moon, between now and the new moon, it's time to experiment and get creative. Do your thing. Get out of your comfort zone. Take risks and trust. What did we see in the goddess deck? We had trust right away. Surrender and trust. Surrender and trust. That's where you're going to find your peace. Surrender, trust. Be in the moment. Meditate. Get your rest. Rejuvenate. Detox. Detox your mind. Be very careful what you put inside your mind. What are you thinking? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you putting in between your ears? Be very careful. Purify that. Purify your love. It's beautiful. We're coming to an ending. Let me see. What is the chat? Stop working? Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Chat is working. Ooh. There we go. Chat is working again. If you would like to donate, please visit the link at, I'm going to put this address in here. I forgot to do that. http www.paypal.me/life is calling. Okay. If you would like a 2-card pull, I know some people are asking. They wanted to ask a question. I do 2-card pulls when I'm live for $5. So you could put that in there. Also at Ko-fi, if you want to buy a cup of coffee. Oh my gosh, www.ko-fi.com/spiritual biz coach. Okay. There. Oops. There we go. And then I should have, well, I'll put my email address in here in case any of you want to email me, and if you have any questions or you want a personal reading or anything like that, spiritual business at the Sacred Raven .coach, okay? Did I get it? Spiritual business, yes. Oops. Okay, here you go. All right, so we're going to now dig into Wisdom of the Oracle deck. By the way, you guys, I have a brand new, it's in the box. It's still got the plastic on it, of the Wisdom of the Oracle. So for those of you, when we hit the 1,000 mark of my brand new channel, that person's going to win this deck. Just to let you know. So let's see what more Spirit has for us. I love this deck. It is right on, okay, to say the least. We've had an amazing reading so far. I think it's pretty incredible. Okay. Ooh, no place like home. That's right. I know there's a lot of you who are 50. The number 50. Why am I not surprised? I was listening to Ground Zero, Clyde Lewis, and he was talking about, we're talking about the Lionsgate portal and the last 50 years. And right now, this time period that we're in seems to somehow be echoing 1969. And it's so weird because the same week we just had these shootings was the same week in which Charles Manson had those killings. And we're in this weird, and back then he said they were trying to start this racial war, and there was divisions, but the government was trying to cause these things, and we're seeing that happen now. And this number 50 keeps coming up, as well as the 888, right? It came up in 2 decks at the last Aquarius reading I did. But this is also saying, besides massive change, because we've had 3 5s in this reading, right? 555 right at the start. Massive change. Massive change is happening. We're right on the brink. Okay, justice and judgment. But where is your security? What do you call home? What is your home? Where we're going to be redefining what home is, what success is, what that looks like. I think most of us are going to see that it's emotional fulfillment. It's doing things because we want to, because we love it, not because we're going to get some financial reward or some notoriety out of it, but because we really want to live a life that's full, experience deep meaning, experience deep connection, deep bonding. And this is what Spirit wants you to understand. Connect with Spirit. If you're not used to being spiritual, that's okay. I think you're going to really like what you find happening to you. Get mindful. Like I said, dig into those adult coloring books. Go for the morning swim. Go for those evening hikes. Okay? Go to the beach and watch the sunset with your loved one while you pour a little bit of pink champagne, okay? A little rose-colored sparkling wine. Have a beautiful brunch, right? Enjoy the water. Start noticing the things in nature, the beauty of nature. Give birth to something new within you by starting something new. Create something different for your life. Make a new choice. Choose a different path. But don't do it because of any outcome. This is not what Spirit is wanting you to do. And the important thing is, what is home to you? What is home to you? How would you define it? And are you proud of where you come from? Sovereignty was another idea that a theme that has been really huge for the Aquarius new moon. Your independence, your freedom. Why is sovereignty important? And how does it relate when we think of partnerships and coming together? Okay. No place like home. No place like home. Think of Dorothy. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Dorothy wanted an adventure so bad, but then she realized by the end of it that there simply was no place like home. Her and Toto going back. Okay. So let's grab some final cards from the Moonology deck. All right. If this is your first time here, you guys, in the description box, you can find out where you can subscribe to my free email list. So please do that. And then I can email you all and let you know when I come on and do my free readings. And I like to do those so that those of you who can't afford readings all the time, it's your chance to get a free one. It's my way of energy exchange and reciprocity, give and take. So while I put out free readings like this, my beauties give back to me as well. Whether that's a simple sharing a video, subscribing, or donating to help their Mama Sacred Raven build her business. So I can do my part and be a light into the world, and that's what I want to do. People want to feel good. They want to feel inspired. They don't want to feel pain anymore. And I understand what pain feels like. I get it. Live the life of it. Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. Have you lost your way? Have you started to think that life is just this endless cycle of pain and misery? It's not. It's not. There's beauty all around. Your dreams are possible. Believe in the impossible. What else? This is, I think that's the theme of this Aquarian full moon, is to believe in the impossible. That's why it's urging you to connect with something deeper, to find that special part of you, what that drives you to do something that makes you feel alive, without consideration of the outcome, but doing it because it's in the moment. It gives you joy. It inspires you. That's why you should do it. Not because it makes you look good, not because you think you're going to get notoriety or maybe even money, but because it adds value to your life and it adds value to others. It inspires you. It drives you. It nurtures you. It heals you and heals others. It makes you feel good inside. That's why you should do what it is that brings you joy. Okay? That's what Spirit, this entire reading, is saying, as well as connecting deeply with the ones you love, forgiving them, letting go of the past and moving forward with them in a whole new, fresh kind of way, beginning again. That's what Spirit wants you to do. This is about being a new you, a new life, finding new fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, a deeper meaning for your life. You only have one, okay? You only have one. And then the love that's coming into your life is going to be so amazing, so big, so blossoming, so beautiful. But you got to be open for it. You got to be ready for it. You got to want it. You really do. You got to be passionate for it. Okay. There again, get out of the comfort zone. You got to be willing to jump. Believe in the impossible, but you got to be willing to jump. Follow your north node. What's your north node? Do you know it in your birth chart? I would say start there first. But look at this entire reading. What has it been telling us over and over and over again? Finding a vision for your life, connecting with something deeper, connecting with something spiritual, getting mindful, becoming playful, connecting in a deeper way, cleansing your mind and your heart and your body. Having patience for the ones you love. Maybe somebody needs to be forgiven, right? Those twin flame unions. Angel of love. Go easy on them. Be loving, okay? This is what it's going to bring you. Your abundance, your cornucopia, that which you personally are seeking. But you must energetically take that road that we've been talking about this entire time, taking creative action that is through your enthusiasm, the things that you are inspired about, passionate about, the things that give you meaning. Write out your manifesto. Ask those questions. What are your core values? What do you believe in this life? What drives you? What do you love and why? What would you die for? What would you live for? If you had a purpose, what would that be? To explore, to experiment, to be creative and explore your spiritual gifts, to connect with spirit in a deeper way, right? What do they say? Connect with spirit and with your partnerships, right? That this time was so powerful, it's going to be opening up the crown and the third eye, okay? So things are going to be crystal clear right about now in the next couple of weeks. That's why believe in the impossible, but you got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to do it differently, do things differently. You got to transmute those heavy emotions and purposely transmute them into something that elevates you. Start experimenting. Laugh, for God's sake. Start watching comedy. Be careful and pay attention to what you put in between your ears. What toxic stuff is around you. Be very careful. Clean up your environment. Lighten your load. Simplify. Get down to the basics. What does home mean to you? What is your security? Who is your security? Are you practicing that self-love? Right? Would the native deck show us? Your 10 of Cups. What is your 10 of Cups? What is your passion? This is the time. Step out of the comfort zone and believe in the impossible, okay? That's what this entire reading is saying. Your high priestess, your vision for your life. Earlier, it brought out the queen, which is like the empress. Sexuality, fertility, friendships. This is a time for exploration, experimentation, and adventure. Meditate, detoxify, spend time in nature and breathe in all the beauty around you. Let it inspire you and start to ask the questions about who are you now? What do you really believe? In fact, a lot of truth is going to be revealed. And you're going to see things change on the world scene just as much as it's changing inside of you. What happens on the inside also happens on the outside. So without, so within. As above, so below. You see what I'm saying? Start delving into topics like go into your ancestry. Start to heal some of those things. It takes 7, like I said at the beginning, 7 generations before something can be healed in our ancestral lineage. And it might be you that does it. That's why it's, scripture will say the sins of the father falls into parents. Why? Or falls into the children. What we do goes into generations. It ripples. It's a ripple effect. We all affect one another. How we sow, we shall reap. Our thoughts magnifies. It creates our world. Believe in the impossible. Build that beautiful life. It's on its way. And the energy in your life is gaining momentum, and it will gain momentum. If you are able to step out of your comfort zone and make some of this happen, it's going to start moving along very quickly. Very quickly. In fact, you're going to be very surprised. You're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Okay? And have faith in those dreams. Have faith. This is really completely about getting in touch with something deeper and spiritual, connecting with your inner child spirit, connecting with your joy, with your passions, re-examining what your life means to you and what you value, what is truth, what is true to you, seeking the truth, reevaluating your love relationships, rekindling them. This is about doing a life makeover, because right now we're on that fork of the road, and adding that element, that dash, that spice that you've been missing. You're going to find it in this next 2 weeks by stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something different. And then, of course, take time to breathe out, rest, and rejuvenation. That's what this is all about. Allow yourself time to be creative. Allow yourself time to day to explore. It's not a time to make any lasting decisions or don't worry about goals and doing things that are going to be set in stone. This is about really allowing yourself some time to let that stuff marinate as you explore, as you experiment, as you adventure out, as you are creative, as you go about doing things. Do you see what I'm saying? And staying mindful and open, trusting and surrendering all at the same time. Having faith. Faith, as the size of a mustard seed, will move mountains. It is said, ask, you shall receive. Knock, and the door will open, right? Seek, and you will find. You will find. And that, my dears, brings us to the end of this reading. That was beautiful. Oh my God, I love it. I love these two the most too. Finding a vision. Some of you have gifts of prophecy. Yeah. Connection to the spirit realm. And with all things you do all things with integrity, with character, being noble. Walk with self-respect. This is how you learn to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you can truly love others in the way they're supposed to be. And this is going to bring that abundance. This is going to bring those dreams in quicker, faster. This is going to set the stage for all these things, the momentum for the things that are coming towards you. So this is this full moon, this time is huge. It's really big. It's a very special, unique, and different time. Reciprocity, balance of give and take. And like the Sultana, which is the Empress, this signifies all of it, doesn't it? Give and take. What you get, what you put out, you receive. Ask, you shall receive. Give and take. Create. Be a creator. Some of you are going to be pregnant as well, if you're not already. If it's not you, you're going to hear of it. But others of you, it's simply the birth of something new in your life. The creation, the birth, the creation process at work within you of a new you, new life. It's time to start living. It's time to start getting the ball rolling. I want to grab one more for you guys, and I want to get it from the Universe Has Your Back. Okay, so let me grab that. I'm going to pick up one that dropped here. To remember to step out of that comfort zone. Okay. Let me get that one. So, as a final message, positive message to leave you with. Ooh. This was a beautiful reading, and I really like it. It made me feel it was great. I know it was long, 2 hours, but I think it was incredible. It was deep. And with a hopeful message for us. Okay. Ooh. Oh, dang. Those are poppers. All right, hold on. Oh my God, that's so cool. Hold on. Oh, okay. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Of course. And the other one that jumped out, a couple of them did. Crazy. Okay. Spirit's talking tonight. Yeah, like it. The presence of love will always cast out the fear. Always. Look how beautiful that card is. I'm looking at right there, just directly right above is the full moon. Looks a lot like that. It's nice. And then I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And of course, the owl stands for wisdom. So those are the messages that Spirit wants you to remember. What you focus on literally gives birth to your reality. I am that I am. I cause myself to become. I prove to be what I will prove to be, right? I am the great I am, Yahweh. I choose to become. We create our lives. What we focus on builds. This is why they want you to stay in your joy. Focus on the energy and the aspects of love. Love is, the humility, long suffering, kindness, goodness, joy, patience, humility, all those things. Love doesn't boast. Love isn't prideful, right? Love forgives. When I lean toward love, I am led. Is that at the bottom of the deck? Oh my God, Spirit is just hilarious. I love how I'll spend 5-10 minutes talking about stuff and really channeling Spirit, I guess, because immediately when I start pulling cards, it just is reaffirming everything that I'll be talking about and what I'll be feeling energetically. So I love it. I choose love no matter what. When I pull it open, boom. Remember, if you guys are in here, hit the like button and subscribe because I do free readings and stuff a lot. I have the address to my email list is in there. This was a badass reading. I loved it. We are looking forward to some amazing times, okay? This is all about no place like home. This is all about asking yourself, what is it you've been doing with your life? What is the most meaningful to you? What drives you? What inspires you? What really are your core values? What do you advocate for? What do you need to declare, right? They call it your truth. What do you have to say? What is true for you? Where's your passions, right? We got the native deck. This is the family, 10 of family. And the maiden of pipes, which is the page of wands. This is about passion. Your 10 of cups, as well as the love you have for yourself, for you, me drawing in a new tribe, a new soul family. But this is also about the family that you have now, and the relationships you're in now, redefining them, appreciating them in a whole new way, and the beauty of them. Appreciating yourself and doing things not for the notoriety, not for any outcome, but surrendering and trusting that things are going to work, having the faith. That's when you trust and surrender, that's an act of faith. That's faith in practice. Okay, you have to practice it. And this is what Spirit is really wanting you to do before we move out of this cycle of life into the next, because we're in between worlds right now. Like I said, in between worlds. And we're in this in between. This is about experimenting, getting creative, exploring, going on adventures, stepping out of the comfort zone, believing that things are possible, reaffirming for yourself what it is you want, redefining what success looks like for your life, because success is something different for everyone. But I think ultimately what you want is passion and fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Having something deeper and a connection to something greater than yourself. So let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. Step out of that comfort zone. You have to. You have to. And you have to do it by surrendering and having trust. That's what we saw first right off the bat with the goddess deck. Did we not? The bottom of the deck. Self-love. Self-love. This is the theme. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I love this, you guys. When I see these, when I keep seeing these cards like this, and there's a spiritual energy, and truth is coming to the forefront for you. You're going to be able to see things with clarity. This is your time of breakthrough. The answers you've been seeking, the conclusions are coming. But you've got to take action and do these things. You've got to experiment a little. And you got to get lighter. Drop the heavy weight and the burdens. Playtime is here. So it's not about making any big decisions at the moment. Those will come. The answers right now, what you want are the answers. And you want to make your mind, heart, and body ready and relaxed and open so that you're able to receive those fully by surrendering. Remember, surrendering and trusting is a practice of faith. Have faith. Life is magical. It really is. And that's what we need to remember. That's why it's being asked to just live in the now. Live in the right now. By the time the new moon Virgo comes around, then things are going to be a little more established. We're going to set things in stone. But for the next 2 weeks, it's about the right now and the exploration and experimenting so that we can find those answers. And they want you to have the strength and the boldness to have faith by surrendering, trusting. And that's what's incredible. By you doing that, by you surrendering and being boldly with faith is when these things are going to happen. But you have to do it like that before you can move forward. So this next 2 weeks is going to be a time you'll never forget in your life. This is the time when life took a new chapter. Watch, for all of us, personally and on the world stage. But Spirit wants you to actively reestablish, redefine. This is a rebirth. You're becoming reborn. And there's that final breakthrough, that peace, that clarity that's going to be coming through. But you have to be open for it. And you have to be willing to allow it in. So let go of anything heavy. Don't worry about making any plans that are hardcore and concrete, or any goals that are hardcore and concrete. It's about playing and experimenting for the next 2 weeks and doing things out of the norm, doing things a little bit different, doing things and getting involved with things a little bit quirky, redefining yourself, or defining the renewed version of yourself. What is that? Because you most likely have left a lot of old stuff behind. So what is it now that you determine has meaning for you? What are your core values and your love? How are you going to display that? How do you appreciate the ones around you? And what does home look like for you? Where is home? Where is your security? Where is your emotional fulfillment? Redefining what a successful life looks like, a meaningful life, a life of passion, a life of love, a life of spirit. This is where they want you to be. This is the mindset they want you to have. Okay? This is where you're going to get your breakthrough and your clarity. And because we're all in a fork in the road, this is the finalization and a wrapping up of a cycle that is going to be long gone into a whole new cycle for the next 7 years at least. So be prepared. Be prepared. All right. Mwah, mwah. I love you all. I love you all. Stay happy. Stay joyful. I know a lot of real sucky shit is happening to all of us. Believe me, it's happening to me. But I have this feeling there's something new coming, something fresh, and I feel it within me. And all the old stuff that I used to care about, the insecurities and the hangups that really put me in a dark place, I no longer have those. And some of the other things that, really do keep me up in my mind, that keep me overthinking, which is very easy for me to do. But thank God I have learned the tools to lessen that so I don't get carried away with it, right? I'm able to really fall back on a spiritual life. I have a deep rich inner life that has me kind of look at life like it's a choose your own adventure book, right? And I'm a professional student. I'm always reading, very studious, a scholarly person. I never see life as boring. I see it as this big, bold, this beautiful, colorful thing full of magic. And it's only by seeing life like that do I not break down completely, because if I didn't have that outlook, considering what's happening in my life right now, and with someone, and in the most important relationship has been 24 years of my life, and with the things that are happening with my son, and a lot more very painful things, I would probably lose it. And worse, if I was like some of these people who their existential crisis becomes so much that they take their lives. I'm in a situation that bad where things all around me is crumbling, but I realize the cycle that I'm at, and a lot of others are there with me. And just knowing that gives me comfort. I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and neither are you. Neither are you. And that's my specialty area, is pain, grief, and loss, existential crisis, the spiritual awakening, the transformational process. So I put my email in the description box, and it's here in the chat box. I do sessions. I do soul work sessions, um, hour-long sessions, and others. We can assist it with intuitive readings or not. So just so you know, I'm a resource. And my email is in there. So definitely subscribe and get on my email list so you can get the free readings in the future, and then stay in contact with me. I love to write blog posts and things like that, and giving you guys updates. So I love you. I love you all very much. Oh, if you're interested too, I do have a group that I'm trying to grow. If you think you need coaching for free, okay, I do free coaching. Every 2 weeks, we're going to be doing, looking at boundaries, self-love topics, narcissistic abuse and recovery, things of that nature. Also, following your inner guidance, developing your intuition, okay? Eating right, detox. If you feel that sounds like something that you would like to be a part of, um, that in the description box. Anyway, until then, I love you guys. Please take advantage of this Aquarius full moon before I come and get you. And I will. I'm going to hold you up to it. All right. I love you. Bye.